Do you enjoy being a man?
The answer would be yes, but it's certainly a fluid situation. So there are times when it can feel a real challenge. There are times when you, as a man, you can feel the weight of your world on your shoulders. However, because I knew we were talking about this topic today, I looked up the definition of a man, and it's an adult male human being. So yes, certainly that is something. When I compare, would I have rather been something else, a female or an animal in this world? Then no, I'm certainly very happy to be a male.
What does it mean to you being a man?
That's certainly changed from time. So when I was growing up, certainly my teens, that would be the time where being a man becomes super prominent. This word alpha male. So, was I an alpha male? No, I wasn't. Was I the quietest? Also not. I was probably somewhere in between. And as I grew up, being a man, definitely sporting prowess, physicality, all what you would imagine is the classic sort of definition of masculinity and being a man. That was what I was striving to be. That brings its own pressures and brings its own challenges for sure. I always remember going on holiday with my school friends and what we would call in England the lads, and the showboating and the classic positions you'd put yourself in, showing you were strong and showing you were a man and you could drink more beers than your next friend. All that is quite frankly exhausting. Now being a man for me, most importantly, the definition would be it's being myself, being comfortable with who I am, being true to myself and not trying to be something that I'm not. That's how I would class myself, as being a man and trying to be a man now.
What has changed in your identity as being a man over time?
Definitely it's gone from prominently outside, the visual, the physicality of being a man, and as I've got older, I'm now in my mid-40s, it's definitely gone from within. So my true identity as a man is from within and not from without. That is a very powerful thing, and it's a real learning curve, and it's a learning curve that continues every day and will never stop. But I would say it's the progression from outside to within has been the real change for me.
Does a man need to be strong?
Sometimes yes, but everybody needs to sometimes be strong, and sometimes, so it can be a female, it can be a male. Yes, of course, but you don't have to be strong. If you're not, you'll have other traits, you'll have other strengths. When there is a scenario where being strong is a positive, then yes. But does a man have to be strong? My overall answer to that would be no.
What have you passed on to your son, James?
Hugely important question for me, probably the most important question. My son James is 4 years of age. I hope if I've passed anything on, I hope it's the capacity for James to have the security and how can I put this? The security and the confidence to be able to find his own way. I really hope, well, first and foremost, I hope I haven't influenced him in a negative way or a bad way. So if he sees something in me that makes him feel insecure or unsure, then that would obviously be something that I didn't want to do. But equally, I hope I haven't tried to direct him in what I feel is the right path for him or what I feel he should have. I really hope I've passed on to James the openness, the security to be able to find his own way in life and make his own decisions.
What are you struggling with as a man today?
I had a very serious illness, and it hugely affected my physicality. I'd always put a lot of basis on sports and being strong and running around and be able to pick up my son and put him on my shoulders. And there's been a period of time where I totally lost that. I lost nearly everything in that direction. And that, as my identity as a male, that was hugely challenging for me. And I think relaying back to one of your previous questions, that's where I began to understand the importance of not putting everything on one thing, whether it be the physicality or whatever it would be. You need to look at yourself as an overall picture. And for me, I had to really go within and learn the masculinity and being a man and being a person and being who I am had really nothing to do with physical appearance or whether I could move or not. It was from what was in me, and the true strength comes from within. And I certainly haven't mastered that. It's certainly not the end of the road on that for me. My physicality has gradually returned. It's still not quite what it was, but I've certainly learned to, if I didn't have the physicality, I truly believe that I would have found a way to find a strength from within and have been is equally effective for myself as a person and who I am, which is of course a male.
When you look in the mirror in the morning, what is your reaction?
What a challenging question. There are the classics. There's the from the outside, there's a physicality sometimes. I just simply will look and think, oh dear, this is going to be a difficult day. I definitely have challenges where sometimes I won't be present. I'll be regretful of something in the past, something from yesterday. I'll be hopeful for something for tomorrow. And I won't be in that present moment. And I can see myself not totally there at that time because it's either something in the past or something in the future that is taking my attention. I hope and strive in the future to be simply more present and work every day as that's all we have. It's this total cliche that you read on postcards and in films and sayings and quotes. All we have is now. The fact of the matter is true, and I want to be more effective in this moment rather than the anxieties of the future or the past. Contentment, that's the word I was looking for. I want to look in the mirror and feel content, not necessarily happy, which I believe now with my life experience is simply a fleeting thing. It will always come and go. But to be able to look in the mirror and be content, whether I'm feeling sad or whether I'm feeling happy, whatever the actual emotion is, the fundamental base is something of contentment. That would be perfection for me. That would be a place that I'd love to be in.
Thank you.
Thank you.